Okay, here is that quick little video that explains how to do your analysis and conclusion. So watch the video. And so if I click on this link here, it will take me to the assignment page, and it spells out exactly what I need to do for my analysis and exactly what I need to do for my conclusion, and it provides a rubric on what is a good conclusion and what is a poor conclusion. Okay, so analysis. Describe in words how your experiment went. You're going to give details about why your experiment went well or badly. Summarizing your data. What are the highs? What are the lows? What are your trends? How many trials did you do? Anything missing or trials that didn't go expected. Explain any adjustments, additional trials, or lack of trials. Describe things that went wrong and provide ways to correct them. All in all, it says analysis should be about 12 sentences. This should be only about your data. Okay, so you're looking at your data, looking at your experiment, looking at your graphs. It's what did you observe? Okay, not why, but what did you see or hear, or what did you observe? The conclusion is a much more interesting paragraph. This also should be about 12 sentences. They're big paragraphs. This should be about the reasoning of your experiment. So you're connecting your science to the experiment. You're trying to answer the question, why do you think that happened? You're trying to answer the question, why would anybody care about my experiment? You have a good experiment. You have good data. People do care. You want to explain why I would care. Okay, who's going to care about this data? Okay, and so answer these questions. Was your hypothesis correct or incorrect? And it's not bad if it's incorrect. Okay, if it is incorrect, you need to restate your hypothesis so that it is correct. So I gave you an example here. My hypothesis was incorrect based on my data. My data shows that walnuts were more toxic than acorns. Okay, I had thought acorns were more toxic than walnuts. Okay, so my hypothesis was incorrect. So I adjusted the hypothesis, and I said, my hypothesis would be correct if it was worded this way. If several nuts were planted around fern plants, then the plants with walnuts planted in the dirt would die first. Okay. So restate your hypothesis so that it is correct. Or if it was correct, reaffirm it and just restate your hypothesis, the same one that you wrote originally. Answer this question. Why do you think your maximums were what they were? Why did you have high numbers in the certain places that you did? Why did you have minimums, your low numbers? Make sure you're using the scientific reasoning. Don't just say because it was better. Okay, that's a bad reasoning. You have done some research on this. You should be an expert. Explain to me why your highs were high and your lows were low. What's going on? Why does adding more salt make your eggs float better? What's going on? What are you doing to the water? Okay. Who would this experiment be most interesting to? Maybe you're putting things on ice and melting that. Who cares about that? Well, there's a whole industry, Department of Transportation, that puts salt on roads for a certain reason. There's a reason that you add salt when you're boiling water at a high elevation. We live in Utah. We should know that. Keep going here. What type of job would someone in this industry have? Are there any specific jobs that jump out? What are some future experiments? So if you were to continue this experiment, if you were to do this experiment in 8th grade or even in high school, or maybe you've done a science in the news and this experiment kind of ties into one of those huge million-dollar experiments that are cutting edge, it's totally possible. Did you enjoy this topic? And if you did, what was your favorite part of this topic? Okay, or would you choose a different topic for another time? Okay, so those are some things that you need to answer in the analysis and conclusion, and that's really the last little bit of your project. All right, I hope that video was helpful. Remember, your analysis and your conclusion should be completed by Monday the 24th. Okay, so we really don't want to spend Monday doing this in class if you can take care of it at home on your own. Okay, if you have questions, feel free to email me or swing by in the morning before or after school, and I'll help you out with that. Okay, good luck.